Alright, what is up, players? It's Warboss here up in this mug. I want to do a quick video on talking about freehand. So if you've seen the artwork for this figure, you know that these badges that he wears that are hanging from his hip as well as from his chest, they have the like the Fleur de lis symbol, which is actually in Bretonia like a sword pointing upwards with two little loop-de-loops around the end. So when I was thinking of doing this video, I had planned on doing in the painting tutorial a little section on how to do the freehand, but even with a great brush with a very thin tip and the steadiest hands in the world, I was just having a rough time of it. So I'm going to show you how to paint the freehand, and I'm going to just cross my fingers that I get it. So let's take out the brush I'm going to be using. These are Kolinsky Sable brushes. Our fingers right there. Black label. Ooh, no label. What does it mean? Stay tuned and find out. Okay, so we're going to use Oath One Gray. It's a nice little clean white color with bluish undertones. The opposite would be Pallid Witch Flesh, which is a creamy white color, but I think this is the way to go for this one. So we're going to take it out of the pot, put it on our wet palette with a little bit of water, just to get it down. And okay, my strategy is see how well it goes and whether or not this whole video is a bust. But I'm going to take my paint and I'm going to just create the sword image right down the center by just doing a single straight line. Alright, wet palette's really going to help with this because you want your paint to be flexible and movable. You don't want it to get clumpy and create clump up lines on your miniature. That's just not fun. So just a single straight line down the center. Again, having like this cork handle that I use is really great because it allows me to just casually grip it like this, and then I'm just putting my heels of my hands together and I'm resting my fingers so that there's no shake. And I'm just leaning all my fingers together. Everything is braced. If I wasn't filming, I could put my forearms against the side of my hobby table here and lean forward into it. But because I'm filming, that's my only drawback. So we're gonna do the sword hilt near the bottom of that line, just a straight across horizontal line. And you want it as thin as possible because the thicker you make it, the more you're gonna have to clean up. And you want a brush that has a very strong point to the end. When we're picking up more Oath One Gray on our brush, we wanna make sure we don't get too much. Leave the majority of it on your wet palette. This is the tricky part. Okay, so we're gonna go in and we're basically just gonna do two loops on either side. You pick your start point and get the paint on it, and then just draw it right across and down. I feel like I'm doing surgery. All right. So as you can see, it looks pretty messy, but the general shape is there. Upside down T with two little sutis on either side. So now this is the part where we clean it up and we make it look like the actual symbol it's supposed to be. So I'm going to take my color for the shield underneath, which is Macragge Blue, as well as Mephiston Red. And all you're going to do is start from the outside of where the design is its most egregious, as Bill and Ted would say. And you just work that color in. Clean up the bottom, clean up the top. Get it to look a little bit more like a swoosh. Whew. And if you mess up, then you just go back and do it again. Now, if I wanted a stronger outline of the sword, then I could do a second application of Ulthuan Gray just to make sure it's really on there. But you know what, that would drive me crazy, so I'm not gonna do that. All right, I was overly ambitious and I tried to clean up the bottom of the sword hilt as well. I think I did a pretty good job. So that's how you freehand. Like when you look up close, of course, you're gonna see all the grody detail to it, but from far away, considering that I usually freehand in a pen, and today I actually used a brush, and I haven't painted for years, I'm pretty happy with it. So let me go back and fix the one on his chest, as well as try to knock out that one, and then I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. Our play is a little more trial and error, and I'm pretty happy with where I finished off. If you've got 20 of these guys standing in a block, you're not really even going to see the fleur-de-lis symbol, but I'm pretty proud of myself for even attempting it. I could have just left it blue and red and call it a day, but yeah, like I said, I'm happy for doing it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this little freehand talk through with me, Warboss Tay. We'll see you in the next video.